Leaves from my journal, Logan Pierce's daily writings from the Washington, D.C. South Mission. Day 84, June 20th, 2006. Much happened today. We went on exchanges with Elder O.R. and Elder P.H. I went tracting in Reston with Elder P.H. We did that for a couple hours, which brings my total tracting time to 32 hours. I plan to keep an hourly log of how much time I spend doing this. I'm certified. That's one reason why Elder O.R. met with me, so he could sign me off on the last little bit I had left. I finished everything I needed to do on day 80, but wasn't able to find time to get them signed off until today. I'll write what went into my certification tomorrow on P-Day. Good grief. We're not going to the visitor center tomorrow. W still feels a little under the weather. I'm glad he was able to make it to church with us on Sunday. I just feel it would be good for him to go. Not to mention I want to go. We'll keep trying. We'll get him there someday. Evaluating the Herndon area today, we aren't in as great a shape as we once were. Our investigators, by and large, have hit kind of a snag. Some are further along than others, but they've all got things holding them back, stopping them from progressing. W, T, and AC won't make their baptism dates. It's okay, we'll move them back until they're prepared. It's not a huge deal. I'm not worried about W, but I will say I'm concerned about his son T and AC. T just doesn't show any interest. He's young, going to college in the fall. What's the importance of religion to him? We keep trying to show him why he needs us now. We'll see how it turns out. As for AC, Elder D.A. describes it best. He's flaky. For this reason, he's been hard to get a hold of. We've tried to meet with him almost every night for the past week. He's always going out and partying with friends. He's gonna have to decide what's more important to him. Right now, he's picking his no-account friends. We'll keep trying for now, and when he's ready to change, we'll be there to help him out. He's got to want to do what's right, though. We can't force him to choose. SW, N, and JFW. JFW is so busy. He almost works missionary hours, and those are busy, let me tell you. He says we can talk with him later when he's not working so much, so we'll see. At least he has the excuse of working. N, on the other hand, is just hard to contact. You're never there, N. It's too bad because I want to show him some scripture biblia that I found. N's been got good by the Jehovah's Witnesses, as stated earlier. He's not a card-carrying member, but he might as well be one. The scripture that he shared with us last time, Jeremiah 10:23, in the Jehovah's Witness Study Buddy, tried to link it with government and how they're wrong. The scripture talked about how you should follow God and trust in him, not in men. I'd like to point out to Bill that men are telling him not to vote or celebrate Christmas, not God. That's the point of that book. The Jehovah's Witness Study Buddy takes scriptures from the Bible and puts them into categories in the hopes that the people who read them will begin to equate the scriptures with the dogma. Jeremiah 10:23 equals government bad. They also use others like Psalms 146:3, put not your trust in princes nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. That's why they believe they shouldn't vote, because the Bible tells them not to put their trust in man, and when you vote, you're trusting in man. Do I have something to share? As Joseph Smith said when he was looking for which church to join, for the teachers of religion of the different sects understood the same passage of Scripture so differently as to destroy all confidence in settling the question by an appeal to the Bible. Joseph Smith History 1:12. The Bible is open to misinterpretation. There's only one way to know for sure which way is right, and that's through a sincere prayer to God. See James 1:5. I've got some scriptures about God's idea of government that I want to read and pray over. There's two great scriptures in Peter. In 1 Peter 2:13-17, it says, quote, "Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors, as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well. For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, as free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. And as if that weren't enough, 2 Peter 2:10-11 says what God thinks of people who reject government. It says, "But chiefly them that walk after their flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusations against them before the Lord." John 19:10-11, Jesus Christ is being judged before Pilate. Pilate says, "Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee?" Jesus answered, "Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above." Now turn to Romans 13:1-4. "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil." I want In to read these verses next time we meet, and, more importantly, I want him to pray about them. Then maybe he can read about that righteous military leader from the Book of Mormon, Captain Moroni. We'll give him a description of Moroni as found in Alma 48:11-13 and 15-17. It's all here waiting for him. In's just got to choose us or the Jehovah's Witnesses. If he's willing to do the work and find out, he'll come to the right choice. He's got to do the work first, though. Yeah. SW's not reading the Book of Mormon on her own yet. No progressing investigators. If they want to know the truth, they must read and pray, of course. I can't overemphasize the importance of prayer, but if they haven't read it, what is there to pray about? But that's it for now. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more Leaves from My Journal. Until then, take care.